Hello, and welcome to making your Word document more ADA accessible. In this example, I have a very basic syllabus. It's a fictitious syllabus, but I wanted to show you how you can check to see if it is in fact ADA accessible and what areas to work on. I made sure this syllabus has a few issues in it that are probably the most common that you would experience with your own documents. It doesn't have to be just the syllabus. This can work for any material that you have in your Moodle course. So first, here we are. It's a basic syllabus. We have just basic information, an image of the professor. I'll scroll down. You'll see it'll have just a breakdown of the percentages of the assignments, any kind of descriptions about the assignments, also a weekly breakdown of the assignments and when things are due, grading, and any other additional information that everybody has in their syllabus and other expectations for the syllabus. So before we even get started, there's a few things that I would like you to turn on in your own Word document just to first off check to see if it's accessible. I'm going to go up to my View tab and click on Navigation pane. When I do that, it opens up this navigational area. If I had headings in my document, they would all be listed here. Headings are very important to screen readers. Without them, they can't tab through the information very easily. And we want to make sure that this is accessible for everyone. So anytime there's a screen reader read, there's a few things that we need to put into our document or turn things on, so to speak, is just by first using headers. So as you can see, there are no headers in this document. So already I know there's some issue there. Headers almost look like a table of contents, and actually Word does create one once you have these headers in your document. So the next thing I'm going to do to check for accessibility issues is go up to File, Inspect Document. Where it says Check for Issues, I'm going to click on this drop down and choose Check Accessibility. Once I do that, you're going to see over here to the right, it has the accessibility check and all the issues that are in your syllabus. They do try to break it down as best as possible. So I notice I'm missing an alt text. Alt text is for the screen reader again. If there's an image like this in your syllabus or any kind of document that you may have, if you don't give it a name, it won't be able to read it. So if it's something important in your syllabus where they have to read a graph or some kind of image that is explaining what you're covering, you need to give it an image, name, and description so that the screen reader can read it out loud. So for example, in this one, it doesn't have any kind of name to it, so they would know that's a picture of their professor. You'll notice these are errors that'll need to be fixed. No header row specified. We'll get into each of these areas. There's some warnings. It's not that it's bad per se. It'll just make it really unclear for a student with a screen reader to be able to understand these links. Also, if there's blanks in your document, again, it'd be confusing for those with a screen reader. You see there's a whole bunch of them. And there's some table issues. So right off the bat, we know there's some issues. They're not big ones by any means, and these are the most common that you would find in your classroom. So if we were to get started and see where these issues lie within the syllabus, going back to my accessibility checker, I could just simply click on the issue. Now, because here's the issue, when I clicked on it, it's not taking me anywhere, but it's showing me, in fact, this image needs a name. So we'll do that in a few moments. The next one, missing alt text, is for a table. As you can see, it jumps right to the table and highlights it, so I know this has an image issue. So what I need to do for this, even though it's a table, it still needs a name, just like an image. It's going to read it on the screen reader that it is in fact on the page, and it needs a name and a description. So we'll get into that in a few moments as well. No header row specified. It's another table. This needs to be a header so they can tab through all the different sections, and it's very easy to fix. Let's go down to the warnings. Unclear hyperlink text. You'll see there's 3 of them. So when I click on the links, you'll see the areas. And basically all that means is this should be more in context. So this is a link to a Moodle tip Well, instead of having it as http://www.ycp.edu and the whole name there, it would be read out by the screen reader and it would take a very long time and kind of unclear for the user to hear it. So instead, we would want to make Moodle Tips the actual link, so when they click on it, it would take them to that site. That's what that's meaning there. Where it says repeated blank characters, you'll see everywhere there's a blank character that is not needed and makes it hard for them to tab through, it'll highlight it. That's just a matter of deleting. Check reading order of the table, and that's actually going through and making sure when they tab it goes through each piece, and this is actually something very simple to fix. So these are the areas in which we need to fix. I show you where the areas are and how we went about to find these issues. In the next video, I'm going to show you how to correct the issues in Word, as well as if this was a PDF document in another video.